Hello guys, Vanakkam. So, if you are just thinking, is it possible to learn English or to master English from home, then my answer is going to be absolutely yes. Yes, guys, and that is how I excelled this language, and that is how I learned this English language by myself from home by just sitting in room. So, if I can do it, why can't you guys do it? Everybody can excel this language by just sitting in your room. I actually, when I talk about myself, guys, I didn't take part in any English classes. I didn't enroll myself in any spoken English classes. Okay, so you can also just level up your English skills by just sitting in your room. So of course, guys, if we talk about like why should we learn this language from home, then there are so many answers for that, guys, because it is going to be very comfortable and very convenient if we learn this language from home, right? And if we step out of our home, need to actually, there is a requirement of spending some money on learning this language, right? But if we can learn this language from home, we don't even have to spend a penny, right? So, and moreover, it is going to be very enjoyable, guys, because whenever you feel like learning this language, you can learn it. Whenever you get free time, you can learn it from home by yourself, right? With the help of smartphone. That is how I learned, with the help of smartphone on my own. So I will be telling you what I used to do, like what are the methods or what are the tips that I used to follow when I was a beginner while I was learning this language from home. Okay, and let me tell you one more thing, guys. There is no place actually like home. So just try to learn this language from home. You don't even have to think of taking enrolling yourself in any English courses. Okay, you don't need to enroll yourself in any English speaking classes or any spoken classes. Okay, so just follow these methods and tips. And sometimes we feel confused, guys. We feel confused or we feel puzzled, which methods, like what methods or tips or you can say tips that we have to follow that can make us reach fluency or that can level up our English, right? So yes, so that is why I have come up with this video today, and I brought you some useful methods, some useful tips that worked for me. Okay, I'm gonna tell you each and everything in a crystal clear way so that you can easily understand, and at the same time you can also implement in your English learning journey. Okay, yes. So the first thing when we talk about the methods, so the first thing is reading. Yes, these methods are just common, guys, usual stuff and general stuff that we every day follow, but we have to do it in a targeted way, and we have to follow in a systematic way, right? So yes, I'm going to tell you how to do it. Okay, how to implement them. Yes. So of course, when I started telling you, no sooner did you hear me saying reading, then you might have felt like it is like a daunting task, or it is an arduous task for you to to kick off your journey of this language from reading, right? Yes, most of the learners feel the same way, guys. It is like an arduous task. It is really very boredom to read, to start reading books or start reading something, anything, right? So yeah, that is how I used to feel. I am not actually, I used to feel like it is not my cup of tea, like reading English books or reading something in English. But I just no sooner did I started reading, then I started falling in love with this language, guys. Yes, I became fond of reading, and literally it because actually, guys, it takes us to another world completely if we start reading books. So you should give it a shot to reading books, guys. If you are not interested in reading books, you can go for any article or any newspaper or any editorial. This is what I have said multiple times in my past videos as well. So you have to read. Okay, of course, it might sound very arduous task, but you have to take that initial step, guys. Okay, just take that initial step and start doing it. Once you start reading, you will definitely enjoy it, guys. You will definitely enjoy reading, because when we read books or when we read something in English, we can get ourselves exposed to lot of vocabulary words or phrases or expressions, everything. You would be thinking like, I would like to watch videos or listen to podcasts rather than reading book. But let me tell you the significance of reading, guys. When we read, we will pay all our attention, right? And we will try to observe the sentence structure and how they are constructing the sentences and how they are using the vocabulary words and everything. Each and everything we are going to observe when we are reading. But while we are listening something, we are not going to pay that much attention when we are reading. So that is why it is really imperative, guys. It is really imperative to start reading. Okay, so just kick off your journey. So kick off your journey with reading, from reading. Okay, you would need to take up the habit of reading, guys. Okay, so while reading, you may encounter some new words. So that time what you have to do is you just note down. You just try to maintain a book and note down those words, whatever you don't know. Okay, and then next time and after some time, you can look up the meaning in dictionary and write down the meaning of that particular word and some example sentences. Okay, yes. So after reading, what you have to do, yes, the second method or the second tip is going to be about writing. Yes, yes, this is also very very tedious task to do it. It is also very boring task to do it. I can understand. I got your feelings. Okay, but when I talk about myself, guys, it this is exactly what I felt. I'm not into reading. I was not completely into writing and reading, but I habituated to it. Initially, I was not interested in writing anything, guys, because I don't know how to frame a sentences even. Then how am I supposed to write paragraphs, right? So this is how I felt. But when I met my friend, when I met someone a learner who is also just learning English like me, like that friend asked me to he literally he pushed me forward to write every single day something, to write something and to send that something to that person. Okay, so that is how he that my friend forced me to write something. And when I started, initially I used to make a lot of mistake. I used to take a lot of time, guys. It used to take consume all of my time to just finish one paragraph, consists of 4 or 5 lines. Okay, but gradually I started, guys. Literally started getting good result, and I literally started feeling better when I am talking in English. Okay, because when we write, we are going to take some time to think about the sentence and to think about the situation, right? To think about what we are going to put. We should put the thoughts whatever that are running in our mind on a paper, right? So we can take our own time to write the things whatever we have in our mind. But when we talk, we can't get that much time. We should not take that much time while we are talking, right? So when you write before you talk, it is going to be very very great, guys. It is going to be a better thing. It is going to be very good, actually. So you can just follow that, writing. So when what you should write, if you ask me what you have to write, you just go to YouTube. Okay, you just go to YouTube and scroll up the shorts. You just select one captivating and interesting shot, so that after selecting a shot, you just try to describe the shot, that shot, whatever the situation, whatever the video is describing in that particular shot. Okay, you just try to describe and put your thoughts in the form of letters, in the form of paragraphs. Okay, you just try to make a sentence, try to string the sentences. In first step, what we have done, we started reading. Whenever we come across across new words, we started taking down, or we started penning down those words, right? And we started getting to know that words, right? So try to use those words in your paragraph, like whatever you are writing in your thoughts. Try to use those vocabulary words or phrases or expressions, because it is going to be very useful, guys. And you can also remember those vocabulary words for some time, for a long time, okay, if you can use them while you are writing. Okay, so that is how you should write, guys. You can pick out any, take your pick according to your choice. You can pick any short video, or you can pick any picture as well to describe. But what you have to do is, you should describe at least in one paragraph. Initially you should start for you should start from one paragraph, but gradually you will be ending up writing paragraph like a 3 to 4 paragraphs or 5 paragraphs. That is what happened in my English journey as well, right? So yes, you please do not avoid this, guys. Do not evade this, and do not avoid this okay, method or tip. You should follow, you should start writing, guys, because it's gonna add, it's gonna show a lot of impact, or a great impact on your speaking skills. How is it going to affect my speaking skill if I'm going to write? Yes, while you are writing, you just think in your head, and you will be literally talking to yourself, right? So it is going to work like that, guys. Okay, yes. So the next thing you have to do is, after writing, you should talk to yourself. Yes, after writing, you have used all the vocabulary words, whatever. You just add, you just try to beef up the paragraph by just using those vocabulary, interesting vocabulary words, right? So after writing that, you should talk to yourself by just using the same situation, whatever you have put your thoughts, the thoughts whatever you have put on piece of on that paper. You just try to narrate it to yourself. So read it out loud. If you think you forgot, if you think you forgot the sentences, or if you think you forgot the paragraph, you just read it out loud for one time, and then start talking to yourself, guys. Okay, it is quite common to forget words or vocabulary words in your first attempt, but it is going to be fine when you repeat the same process over and over. Okay, yes. So this is how you should implement these three methods. After talking to yourself, you will, whenever you think you got the perfection, then start recording yourself. Yes, this is the fourth tip actually you have to follow. Record yourself. Yes, record yourself while you are talking the same situation that you have written on that piece of paper, like that situation. Try to describe the situation, and turn on that recorder, and start recording yourself. After completing like recording yourself, you just do one thing, guys. You start listening to your audio. Yes, I know that it will definitely feel awkward to listen to your voice at first, but the more you do it, the better you will become at identifying your own mistakes, and the areas where you need to improve and where you need to work on. So it will going to work very well, guys, like recording our voice. Okay, I have already made a special video on this, like recording your voice, like a Pomodoro technique. Okay, it is called Pomodoro technique. So you can watch that video if you have no idea about that technique or method. Okay, yes. So these are the four things that you have to follow, guys. Like first one is reading, next one is writing, third one is talking to yourself, fourth one is recording your voice. These are interlinked with one another, guys. So you have to follow this in a stepwise, okay, in a systematic way, and you have to follow in a chain. They are interlinked with one another, right? So you have to follow in that way. Okay, yes. So that's all about it, guys. So just follow these methods, then definitely you will see a massive change in your speaking skills and in your learning journey as well. Okay, so yes, that's all about it. So please, guys, please don't forget to have your eyes on your goal, that is getting fluency in this language. Okay, and sometimes try to tell yourself encouraging things like, I can do it, and I'm doing great thing, and I'm just flourishing every day. Just encourage yourself, just give a pat on your shoulder, because you deserve it and you need it. Okay, yes, so that's all, and I'll catch you in my next video. Until then, stay tuned. Bye bye. Okay.